Hey, Al, this is my third autobiography. This one's going to be on my cousin Chris Blyth. I'm having some fun tonight. What time is it? 11:43. I already made two videos. First one was on my grandfather, second one was on my dad, and this one's going to be about my cousin Chris. I know I'm going to have a picture of him somewhere, so I'm going to post that. I seen him online. There's one picture I think I can get out of him. So when I edit this later, I'll post it. Yeah, my cousin Chris, man, he was one of my best friends. We grew up together. I remember there's pictures of me and him sitting on the bed as babies, stuff like that. My cousin Chris was a really good guy. I mean, he had his little quirks, just like I had my quirks and stuff like that. But it's all good in the end. One of the saddest things I always remember, I remember when I was about 24 years old, 23 years ago old, and I remember we were going up to the bar up Wisconsin, probably the Brat Stop. Yeah, I remember we were going up there, and we had a really different type of talk, you could say. We were just talking about the afterlife and everything like that. And at 23, 24, I'm like, man, it doesn't bother me if I pass away tomorrow, because I had a great life, because I got success way too early in life. I was successful at 21, 22. I wasn't a millionaire or nothing like that, but I had a company car and all that other good stuff, while everybody else is still going on, struggling a little bit, making some money. But yeah, I'm like, I had a really good life. It doesn't matter if I, pass away tomorrow. And he's like, not me, man. I have many years to go. And it was really sad. People didn't want to tell me. After a while, people didn't want to tell me when people passed away. I found out he passed away years, like 2-3 years after he did. Because the way I was, man, I get irritated, upset, what have you. So that's why everybody kept everything quiet for me. I was always out of the loop. Well, whatever. Yeah, I think he passed away when he was, I don't know, it was like, I know my wife passed away in 2009. I think he passed away in 2010 or something. I don't know, 11, 12 maybe. I don't know. I'll probably edit this later and find out if I can find out his obituary and stuff like that. But yeah, me and Chris, we were really close there for our whole lives. Well, not really. It's like you always have like it seems like relationships. One person gives more than the other. I think he still owed me like $500 or something like that when he passed away from 20 years ago when I helped him buy his motorcycle. But that's another damn whatever. He can have that money. I guess he got that money for life. But yeah, we had really good times together. I mean, I remember I used to go over his house all the time because he lived behind Donald's Spike. Yeah, why isn't Donald is on my freaking channel, But Donald lived right behind my cousin. Well, Don's, he started out living in Wheeling, and then they moved over there, whatever it is, by Hintz Road over there, remember, by the high school? Yeah, he moved over there right behind my cousin. They had like, I don't know, maybe a half an acre. I'm not sure how big that place was. That's another thing. All my aunts and uncles, boy, they sure, bought houses, young, in their 20s and stuff like that. But yeah, we used to go over there. We used to, shoot his BB guns off, and the mini bikes. We always had mini bikes over there, BB guns and all that stuff. It was pretty fun. It was like going out to a farm, but not really going out to a farm, if you know what I mean. Yeah, it was really good times. I mean, yeah, we had some really, really good party times too, hanging out, going to this place, going to that place. One thing I gotta say, but I'm gonna say it anyways, because one regret I had about him, he got me so mad one time. We went out to oh yeah, I'll tell you about the Colorado story. Me and him on Labor Day weekend, we decided we wanted to go to Colorado. I think I was like 21 or 22. No, I was like only 19 or 20 because we couldn't buy beer out there. We can buy beer in Colorado because 18, you get the near beer stuff. Yeah, because I was like 20 years old, because I remember my friend at work, he's the one that bought us the beer and stuff like that for us to go out there. And that's when wine coolers came out. This is the story. I had a brand new Cavalier I bought. It was my first brand new car. So we had my car. So we're driving out there. We had wine coolers and beer, and I'm getting hammered on these wine coolers, boy. So I get in the passenger seat, and I told him to drive, and he just drove it and stuff like that, and I was passed out. I drove about 3/4 of the way or something like that. but he drove a quarter of the way when I woke up and stuff like that. Yeah, we get all the way out to Colorado, and it was really, really nice. Oh, yeah, I couldn't tell my mom where I was going. I told her I was going to, told her I was going to Tennessee or something like that. I guess it was close enough. She didn't want me to go to Colorado. So we only had 3 days. So we go all the way to Colorado. We get out there. We had a pretty fun time. We went out to that state park out there in Colorado. And I always remember that because we were we went on to climb up the mountains and stuff. So it was like 80 degrees, and then you go up there and it's almost snowing and stuff like that. And he's like, let me drive. I'm like, hey, you drive my brand new car. I'm driving my car down these mountains. I'm afraid of heights, to begin with. So another thing is I brought with my mom's 4-man pup tent. I never knew how to put that thing up. So me and my cousin Chris were trying to put it up. It didn't work. So I ended up, we had so much stuff in my little Cavalier, I ended up sleeping in the front seat of my car. And my cousin slept in the back, in the trunk. That was pretty funny. Yeah, we met some pretty cute girls over in Colorado. I remember we hooked up because we went to some bar or something like that. We hooked up with a couple girls, and we hanged out with a bunch of locals that Saturday night. That was a really good time because the band came out there. It was like finding, remember we had the Rock or we had the Forest Preserves over there? Well, they had their own little spot out there. So they invited us to come along, and they had a little band out there going on, like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, it was some good times out there in Colorado, boy. But I remember going to Colorado, so we decided to go hiking and stuff, and he was always mad at me. Because I'd always walk looking down on the ground. Because, I can always find, I can find a pack of cigarettes, find somebody's wallet and stuff like that. Anyways, remember those stupid combs everybody had? Those freaking, I'm going to edit this and I'm going to put the picture of that stupid comb. Yeah, he used to always carry it with him. Anyways, we walk and he loses his comb. So he's having a heart attack about his stupid comb. Anyways, we're walking back. I'm looking down and I'm walking. Me and him are fighting because we're arguing like crazy. Yeah, I think that was the last time we ever been there. But anyways, I'm walking and I find this comb, 2 miles later, a mile later, whatever. It's like, see, I'm like, this is why I look down when I'm walking, dude. Yeah, when we got back home, man, we were fighting. We didn't talk to each other a couple months. Something else happened. They really, really ticked me off. That's what I feel bad about. What I was going to tell you is, I remember I told him I was going to take him to a concert, a Deep Purple concert. Yeah, I'm going to take you. Because I was so mad at him that I hooked up with this other girl. So I hooked up with this girl named Michelle. So I'm like, I'm going to take her. So he called me an hour before I was supposed to pick him up. I never picked him up. I know I shouldn't laugh about it, but I got even with him. I mean, good God, I'll get even with you a year or 20 years, but I'm always going to get even with you. Yeah, it's a bad thing. If you're a girl, I'll never get even with you. But guys, I'm always going to get even, one way or the other. And I shouldn't think that way no more. And I think I'm not. Because it doesn't do anything. Well, I don't know. There's some satisfaction about getting even. But when you keep it bottled up inside of you for 5, 6 years, 10 years, 20 years, and then you explode, what's the point? Because all you did is 15, 20 years worth of emotions inside your brain and everything like that. But anyways, this is about my cousin Chris. I guess he got married. I guess this is the time that, I guess after about 25, 26, I think when I got married when I was 30. I remember him coming to the reception I had. Oh, that was one hell of a reception, boy. There must have been 100 people at that reception. I was going out getting kegs of beer 5 or 6 times or something like that. We had so many people. And at the end of that night, at that reception, everybody was fighting and arguing. It was pretty funny. But yeah, so we kind of separated. I guess he got married to some girl. He married his sweetheart. I remember my cousin Chris went to a couple boat races. And I remember him bringing his girlfriend with, and then my cousin Joey with, and stuff like that. We had a little bit of, I don't know, it was all right, I guess. I guess it wasn't the same anymore, And then again, I guess he got married to his sweetheart. I remember they were going out for 10, 15 years or something like that, and they got married. And then he came to my reception. I invited him. I invited my cousin Mike and stuff like that. And I think that's the last time I ever saw him. I remember when I left Chicago, moved down to South Carolina, I remember calling my dad, and I guess he was all emotional or something like that, because he's I miss your Uncle Bill. You know, I went all these boat racing. He only went to like maybe 4 or 5. I don't know. But yeah, he loved his motorcycle. Oh yeah, he loved his motorcycle, and he loved his pony Simpson. That's another story I'll tell. He had a pony there back, Wheeling. When he was growing up, he had a pony. I remember he was working at, what's that one pizza place? Wapagetti's? Was he working at Wapagetti's when that happened? Or he was working at Kodak Film maybe, or Wapagetti's. And he went to work and said, he said he called him, work, said his pony died. The guy didn't believe him, Wapagetti. Who has a pony in Wheeling, a pony in Wheeling? Oh, yeah, but he had a pony, and the pony died, and he was all upset about it. He loved his pony. He loved his motorcycle. Yeah, he loved his motorcycle a lot. We had some fun on that motorcycle, too. I never did ride that motorcycle. But anyways, yeah, we had fun on his motorcycle and stuff. I guess he got in an accident the first time he had it. He was over in Potawatomi Woods or hit a curb or something like that, ended up. And I remember when he had his house and stuff, I heard he fell out of a tree, broke his arm. I thought that was kind of funny, but it wasn't me breaking my arm, but what do I care? What else about my cousin Chris? So he got married and everything. And he really loved that girl. Yeah, he really, really loved that girl. That's why pretty much he died of a broken heart. It wasn't really the alcohol. It was just, I know how you felt, man. When somebody died, when your wife died and stuff like that. Well, his wife didn't die. They split up. Okay, yeah. He was really emotionally attached to her. She had a lot of, I think she was really like, how do I say this nicely? Well, he was here and she was like up here because she had really a lot of talent. She was like my girlfriend Laura, that I was here, she was here, with the money, with the IQ and everything like that. It was the same thing with him, with his girlfriend or his wife. He married her. And I guess she didn't want to have kids, and he wanted to have kids and stuff. But he pretty much died of a broken heart. And when he died of a broken heart, that's when my Aunt Georgia pretty much died of a broken heart over her son, because she loved Chris. She loved Chris with a passion. And another thing, his name was Chris because he was born on Christmas, December 25th. Yeah, we had a lot of fun over his house. We all got together. I always had fun. A lot of fun. He was a good guy, man. My cousin Chris Blyth, he was a really good guy. I'm always going to miss him. I'm always going to think about him, too. Okay, it's 12:37. I'm going to go on to my next autobiography. Talk to you guys later. Bye.